Imagine a time when bringing two innocent lives into the world was seen as a curse instead of a blessing. A time when newborns, just because they were twins, were considered evil. Sounds like the plot of a really bad horror movie, right? Well, unfortunately, this was reality for many families in parts of Nigeria, where for centuries, twins were killed at birth in the name of tradition and superstition. To understand this tragic and, quite frankly, bizarre chapter in history, we must go back to the 19th century, deep into the forests of southeastern Nigeria, where the Efik and Ibibio people lived. These communities had long believed that twins were an abomination, a sign of bad luck. The birth of twins was thought to bring calamity, misfortune, and even death to the village. Apparently, no one considered the possibility that maybe, just maybe, twins were just, well, two babies born at the same time. For mothers who gave birth to twins, the fate of their babies was almost always the same. The children would either be abandoned in the forest, because clearly that's the best way to handle life's challenges, left to die, or they would be drowned, buried alive, or poisoned, all because of fear and misinformation. So, where did this belief come from? Many say it was rooted in the idea that one twin must be evil, and since it was impossible to tell which one, both had to be sacrificed. Talk about taking better safe than sorry to the extreme. Others believed that twins were the result of an unholy union between a woman and a spirit, and allowing them to live would invite misfortune. I mean, imagine blaming spirits for your kids looking alike. That's like blaming ghosts for your bad haircut. But not everyone accepted this fate. Enter Mary Slessor, a Scottish missionary with a heart of gold and a will of steel. When she arrived in Nigeria in the late 1800s and saw what was happening, she basically said, "Nope, not on my watch." Mary began rescuing abandoned twins, taking them into her home and raising them as her own. If there were awards for superhero missionaries, she'd be first in line. She traveled from village to village, challenging chiefs, confronting elders, and teaching people that these children were not cursed, but just like any other child. At first, many resisted. "Who is this foreign woman telling us what to do?" they grumbled. "Does she even know what it's like to live here?" But slowly, hearts began to change. People saw the twins growing up healthy, unharmed by any evil spirits. The fear that had controlled them for centuries began to weaken. Turns out, logic is contagious. Through her courage and dedication, Mary Slessor helped bring an end to the killing of twins in many parts of Nigeria. She didn't just save lives, she changed minds. Thanks to her efforts, laws were eventually put in place to protect twins, and the practice was gradually abolished. Today, twins are celebrated in many Nigerian communities. In places like Igbo Ora, twins are seen as a blessing, not a curse. Imagine explaining that to the people from 200 years ago. They'd probably faint. But history reminds us of how dangerous fear and superstition can be, and how one person's bravery can make all the difference. The story of the killing of twins is a painful one, but it also teaches us an important lesson. Change is possible. Even the deepest fears can be overcome with knowledge, courage, and compassion. In memory of the countless twins who never got a chance to live, and in honor of those who fought to save them. For more historical stories and event, kindly like and subscribe.